This video was made possible by the EA Creator Network. Hey everybody, it's JreedVick7 here to talk to you all about Madden Ultimate Team, Team of the Year. First and foremost, what is it? Team of the Year is recognition for the players on offense, defense, and special teams who had the best season this year. For that Team of the Year, we're looking at the starting 11 for offense, defense, and then also recognition for special teams. So we're going to get into who I voted for all of these positions, as well as who I thought should have made the list. I'm even going to talk to you guys a little bit about some underdogs and dark horses who I think may have a chance to actually win, be recognized, and get selected for Madden Ultimate Team, Team of the Year. Starting with the 11 on offense, as you can see in the image included, I went pretty much chalk. You're looking at Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, Super Bowl MVP, one of the best quarterbacks of all time already, had an unbelievable season on offense this year. Running back behind him is going to be Saquon Barkley, coming back from plethora of injuries. He had an amazing 2022-2023 campaign. Good to see him back into form for the New York Giants. Tight end, Travis Kelce, two-time Super Bowl champion, unbelievable tight end, arguably the best tight end in the sport, one of the best tight ends of all time. Wide receiver 1 and 2, you see I pretty much went chalk. Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown. Hard to argue with the season that either guy had and the impact they both had on playoff teams this year. Offensive line, you see our traditional stalwarts in Lane Johnson and Trent Williams. Jason Kelce, another fan favorite, another one who's going to be potential Hall of Famer. Had an unbelievable season this year for the Super Bowl contending Philadelphia Eagles. My dark horses for this category were Chris Lindstrom and Joe Thuney. I tried to go a little bit away from the grain a little bit, thinking those guys had amazing seasons and were a little bit under-recognized, both in terms of ratings upgrades and recognition throughout the year. So I wanted to include those guys here. Switching over to the defense now, you'll see pretty good mix. I tried to mix some of the obvious best players in the game with some of the young guns in the NFL who've done an amazing job relatively quickly out of the gate, becoming some of the best defensive players in the sport. Switching over to the defense and going from inside to outside in terms of focus, we're going to start with Nick Bosa, Dexter Lawrence, and Hassan Reddick. All three guys had amazing 2022-2023 campaigns. Nick Bosa continuing to be as dominant of a pass rusher as there is in the sport. Brian Burns was going to get traded. Panthers decided not to trade him. He continued to have an amazing season for Carolina, almost getting that team to the playoffs with an amazing run in the second half of the year. And finally, on the defensive line, I definitely have to recognize Dexter Lawrence, which is why he got a vote for me for Team of the Year. He had an unbelievable season as a run stopper and even as a pass rusher for the New York Giants. He really helped give that unit something additional that really they had been lacking for a while in terms of having that extra push in the middle. Unbelievable campaign this year, really vaulted the Giants to an incredible season and a playoff berth. For the linebackers, you're looking at Hassan Reddick, Fred Warner, and Micah Parsons. Each one in similar ways and in different ways dominated different parts of the field this year and really were impactful for their teams. Kind of goes without saying. All three kind of head and shoulders above the rest in the field, in my view, in terms of why they got Team of the Year selections. If you look at my secondary choices, you'll see it's a good mix of veterans and new guys. The new guys, I would say Patrick Surtain II and Sauce Gardner both came in and relatively quickly were hugely impactful, both in terms of man coverage and zone, guarding the other team's best player, whether that's a wide receiver or a tight end. And then obviously Derwin James and Justin Simmons as hybrid linebackers who can cover the pass and the run that speaks for itself. Looking at my list and my votes for specialists, you'll see I used this as an opportunity to fit some additional players in who had amazing 2022-2023 seasons. Looking at Jair Alexander and Tyreek Hill. Some of these guys are in categories with a lot of really good and deserving players. So I used slot corner for Jair Alexander and slot receiver for Tyreek Hill as an opportunity to get them on this list. Justin Tucker, best kicker of all time. No brainer to vote him in for Team of the Year. Patrick Ricard, kind of an unsung hero for my Baltimore Ravens. He does a little bit of everything. He's a Swiss Army knife. He's one of those players who they ask to do a lot of different things in the running game and the passing game and their option and pistol attack. So he's one of those kind of unsung heroes that kind of exemplifies the specialist category. But all right, folks, so that's my list. If you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, by all means, list them in the comments for me. And what I'm going to also be doing is including linkage for you to go vote yourself in the Madden Ultimate Team of the Year. If you think my team sucks and you think you can do better, go vote. We'll see pretty soon who they vote for Madden Ultimate Team of the Year.